Good morning, beautiful people. Let me apologize. I think sometimes I start at where I'm at, almost 2 years in, and I forget that some of you are following this content, being a part of this community, and you hadn't even started yet. And maybe it's a little overwhelming because I'm talking about what I'm doing 2 years in. Make no mistake about it. You don't wake up and all of a sudden are at some different level. Little baby steps. Everything I've done to this point was about little baby steps, things I knew I could stick to, that I wouldn't, go, well, that was too tough, or I stopped. So they were very simple, small, incremental things. So if you're at the very beginning of this fitness journey and you're becoming a part of this community that we're building here, start by setting your alarm clock 15 minutes earlier. That in itself is an accomplishment. Getting up without hitting the snooze. Make your bed. That in itself is a small win. If you can do all these little things that collectively will add up to a more productive day, a more productive person, a more productive soul, you can accomplish so much more. It's a bunch of little things that add up that get you to where your fitness and your health goals are. Some of you have heard say, cut out the sodas. Okay, or how about cut back? Instead of 3 Diet Cokes a day, I'm gonna stick to 2. Little things collectively will add up. And once you know, and let's use that for an example. Let's say you're drinking 3 Diet Cokes a day and you decide, you know what, if little things add up, I'm gonna stick to 2. Once you know that 2 is now the standard, so you go a week or 2 or 3 and you've only been drinking two Diet Cokes a day instead of 3, so you've accomplished this goal. Okay, check that box and so, you know what, if I can cut from 3 to 2 and I stuck to it, I didn't cheat because you're the only person checking on you, let me go to 1. Eventually you're going to go to none. This is what I'm talking about. I don't believe in fad diets. The carnivore diet, the Atkins diet, the keto diet, all of these things are very short and very temporary. They're not a lifestyle change. Now, if you scroll way back in some of my content, I did use pretty much a carnivore diet in the very beginning with intermittent fasting. I had, a dad bod typical 48-year-old guy, look like I got a big old beer belly. I used that in the beginning, but I knew that was temporary. It's not a way of life. So where I use that high protein, high fat, high meat diet, and then intermittent fasting, I wouldn't eat till 3 the next day or what have you. I knew that would work temporarily, but it wasn't a lifestyle. So as I was doing that, the 4 or 5 months that I did that to lose my dad bod belly, I was also changing my lifestyle as far as getting rid of the tons of pastas and heavy creams and all the things that I knew just couldn't be good. And now I stick to my carbs around my workout times. They're good for us. With that said, also too, I'm going to work on some content that has to do with very affordable meal prepping. I know that maybe that's a little overwhelming. Okay, great, Steve, you're talking about you eating steaks and all these fresh fruits and vegetables and stuff. It can be affordable too. Believe it or not, you actually consume less when it's full of nutrient. If you're eating stuff out of a box or a bag that's got very little nutrient, you actually consume more of it. So where it may appear to be less expensive, in actuality it's usually more expensive because you're not getting the nutrients you need, so you keep snacking. So we're going to go into some of that content later on as well. Anyway, I just wanted to say, set yourself a small goal, something very basic, like, again, maybe set your alarm clock for 15 minutes earlier, get up without the snooze, make the bed, start doing little incremental things. And then I'm going to start sharing with you guys lots of little things that how do you physically start this journey? Well, these are the things, little things in your diet. Remember, diet's 50% of it. The exercise is the other part, but you have to have all these little goals that you set and you achieve. Anyhow, love y'all, babes. Let's do this. Bye.